Okay, so um, I'm gonna be doing the political compass test. Take the test. Okay. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. Strongly disagree because who exactly is going to decide what's going to serve humanity more appropriately? Like, this implies some sort of central planning government or something, which, as you'll see, I'm against. The interests of transnational corporations is to make as much money as possible, right? All psychic factors being equal, obviously. And I think that that's actually a good thing because it drives innovation and all that kind of stuff. Because they can't just make money out of nothing, they make money from serving consumers. So if they're allowed to just, yeah. So yeah, the interests of transnational corporations are definitely a good thing, I think, because they're leading us into the future, really, to be honest. I'd always support my country, disagree, because if it's wrong, then I'm not going to support it. It's foolish to be proud of it. Strongly disagree because you should be proud of your inheritance and like your race and all that is inherited. And well, no, you shouldn't be proud of it, but it's fine to be proud of it. Like if you're poor, then obviously you don't have to be proud of it, but if you're rich, then you can be if you want. It's not foolish at all, I think. Yeah, that's true. I mean, just look at the average IQ of white people against blacks and mixed. Obviously, like Asians and Jews beat us technically, but I mean, who cares? Um, haven't really thought about this one too much. I mean, I guess I'll agree. I don't really care that much. That defies international law is sometimes justified, yes. Because if the international law is like retarded, then maybe it is justified. Sometimes. The key is sometimes. A worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I strongly agree with that. Like you got all the trying to think of an example. It's pretty hard. Just the media, the Jewish-owned media. And that's a bit of a cliche, but I'm trying to think of a specific example. Information and entertainment. Yeah, like all those Vice articles on like prostitutes. It's like, yeah, it's just stupid. Let's just go. Ultimately, divided more by class than by nationality. Um, yeah, I guess I'd agree with that. Um, like, I guess the rich and the poor people, they live in the same cities. Yeah, yeah, definitely class, I think. Um, because I mean, it is true, we are all the same species, right? But I mean, a rich person is going to have an easier life than a poor person. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Strongly disagree. Controlling inflation is like the easiest thing in the world. All you have to do is just not have a central bank or a government. It's like seriously that simple. And controlling unemployment isn't even a big deal. Fucking hate you Keynesians. Keynesians. Idiots. They cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment. Strongly disagree. Roy Cordato wrote a really good article on this. Basically, the environment, no one owns the environment. So any changes to the environment, wait, no, what was it? It was something like that. It was like, who cares? I understand it. Because I'm awesome. But yeah, basically, pollution is just a change in environment that affects with your plans to use a resource. So, if you like can air so that you can breathe good air in the future, and then the corporations pollute your air that you've canned, then that's bad. But if they just pollute the normal air in the sky that no one really owns, then it's not really that big of a deal. People have to start like owning it. It's the tragedy of the commons type thing. Everything should be just privatized. Like if you want breathable air, then fucking can it yourself. Basically. Strongly disagree. It's a Marx quote. Don't even have to go into that. Free the market, free the people, obviously, because less restrictions and all that means more freedom. I mean, this is just obvious. Like, I can't even, yeah. It's a sad reflection on a society that something as basic as drinking water. No, because it's a scarce resource. So, it kind of needs to be sold to people that need it. Well, it doesn't need to be, but it makes sense that it is. Strongly disagree. It's a factor of production. Regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money. No. I I don't think they contribute nothing to society. I guess Jeff Bezos is a bad example because like who fucking cares about Twitch? And we already had eBay before Amazon, I think. So who really cares? Like Microsoft making good computers. So who cares if they're rich? Protectionism. Oh fuck, I don't know what this means. I'm gonna Google it. Theory of practice of shielding countries from foreign competition. Taxing imports. Okay, bad. Tax equals bad, so yeah, obviously. The only social responsibility should be deliver a profit to its shareholders. The only social responsibility. I disagree. I think there's like a level of fraud involved. Like a company shouldn't be fraudulent to its consumers. Not really sure what they mean by social responsibility. It's stupid. Stupid question. The rich are too highly taxed. Everyone's too highly taxed. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Yeah. Like, why wouldn't they? Government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Yes. Fraud. If we're talking about fraud, our governments. No, that could be handled by a private law system. A genuine free market requires restrictions. Like, come on. Monopolies monopolies cannot even exist, or actually they can exist in the free market, but it's not really a problem because there's no barrier to entry other than capital. Here we go. Abortion when the woman's life is not threatened should always be illegal. Strongly disagree with that. I think the mother has a better claim to the body than the baby does, because it's like inside the mother, really. All authorities should be questioned, yes. Don't really care for that quote. Should not be expected, yes. Schools should not make, obviously. All people have their rights, but it's better for all of us, the different sorts. Yeah. I think it will tend that way in the long run. Strongly disagree. Breaking the NAP, haha. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. I don't know. I guess so. Don't really care. Personal use should not be a criminal offense. Well, yeah, I guess so. Technically, for personal use, as long as like the externalities don't really affect anyone that badly. Depends, yeah, depends on the level of drug abuse. That's why I won't go strongly agree, but prime function of schooling should be equip. No, I disagree. Schooling is about teaching you. So it's whatever the school wants to teach you, really. It's not about finding jobs, it's about education. But if there was a school, like a trade school does do this anyway. So I think there's a bit of both, so I don't think that's the prime function. Should not be allowed to reproduce. Strongly disagree. Eugenics will go terribly. If the government has anything to say about it. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. I agree with that. That is true. I just don't think smacking is the best way to do it. There are no savage and civilized people. There are only different cultures. Classic. Those who are able to work, yeah, definitely. Fuck them. I don't really know about this one. I don't really care. It's better to not to think about it. Yeah, no, I disagree. Don't really care about it though. Can never be fully integrated. Yeah. What's good for the most successful corporations always ultimately good for all of us. Yes, that goes back to like the first question. Because of the profit loss system, that always tends to disappear in the long run. Yep, nothing should receive public funding, so obviously that goes for broadcasting too. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed. Yeah, that's true. Like the airports in 9/11 thing. It avoids all the arguments. I mean, yeah, true. I'll agree with that actually. A one-party state is probably better than a democracy. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, no. Because I don't want people knowing what I'm doing, regardless of whether it's right or wrong. So that's stupid. Death penalty should be an option for most serious crimes. Yep. Civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed, and blah 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 blah. No, I strongly disagree. Shouldn't be considered art at all. It's not really up for me to judge what's art, so I don't really care. Yeah, punishment, definitely. Yep. 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 Definitely. Holy shit. Unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources. No. Exploitation just doesn't exist in the free market. Is an important aspect of maturity. Disagree, don't really know what they mean. Let's just move on. Astrology accurately explains many things. Nope. It can be moral without being religious. Yes. Charity's better than yes. Just remember the mutual aid thing that was going on. Naturally unlucky. Disagree. I don't believe in luck, really. I don't think it's like a thing that can be affected or changed or anything like that. Stupid. Strongly disagree. Okay, the keyword here is usually, and I would agree with that. It is usually immoral. So yeah. Depends who's running the child adoption services. So I'd agree. It's whether the child adoption services want to let these gay fuckers adopt their children. Should not be excluded from the possibility. Ah, okay. Yeah, from the possibility. So I'll agree with that. Should be legal for the adult population. I agree. Should be legal. So we're talking about a law system. Not really sure. Under common law, I guess. Yeah. I guess it would be, but it might swing the other way. I guess I'd be in favor if it swung the other way. I don't know. Private bedroom means, yeah, of no business of the state, but it is business of like the landlord. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Disagree, but not strongly disagree. I think some people can be like fucked up into being gay. That's way true. That's true. That goes back to this question. This is really the reason why. Um, yeah, that's it. Let's see where we go. Yep, right, lib. Sort of lib. Kind of centrist. Damn, last time I took it I was like further right. Cool. Whatever. Thanks for watching.